How can I help you? Give you something spectacular that you will want and die to work with me. That's what capitalism is. That's what creates the best businesses on the planet. How can I offer something to a group, figure out what your skill set is, that is going to blow away anything that exists right now? Let's say you do windows, okay? I do window blinds. Now, I could buy those blinds on Amazon or I can go to a store. But what if you offer, you're going to come to my home.
Hello. Welcome to another knowledge bomb episode of Lead to Greatness, where we believe in helping others reach their greatest potential and together change the world. Today on Lead to Greatness, we have Ben Camille. And if this is your first time, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that like button, hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of these amazing episodes. And if you're on iTunes, go ahead and rate the podcast and leave a review. That helps get the word out to great leaders and entrepreneurs like yourself. Ben is America's foremost travel insurance expert. He is the founder and CEO of Travel Defend, North America's leading travel insurance brokerage. Travel Defend works with hundreds of tour companies, travel agents, and thousands of clients, which has helped it quickly grow into a multi-million-dollar company. For over 20 years, Ben has managed numerous tour companies specializing in the Uber luxury market. Please help me welcome Ben with building a multi-million-dollar business. This is Cedric Francis, and you're listening to Lead to Greatness.
So my name is Ben Camille. I grew up in Canada, in Toronto. My whole life, really, I was a big baseball player. When I was in high school, I was one of the best pitchers in Canada. And I got a baseball scholarship coming into New Jersey, into FDU, which is a Division I school. I was throwing 93 miles an hour in college. And I kind of realized as I was getting to the end of my college career, I did take business administration and all that. And I woke up, I said, okay, I'm not going to make the major leagues here. That's obvious. I was good, but not that good. Yeah. And I just kind of woke up and I'm like, I better really figure this out. What am I going to do? And I was thinking, what am I into? What do I feel like my skill set is? What can I do that I would enjoy doing? And I started a luxury tour company at that time. And I was going to hotels, really nice hotels, trying to, present and do contracts with them so I could bring in, a tour and different events that we were doing. And I had people at that time saying to me is this for your school project or something? And I'm like, yeah, we're giving you $200,000 for my school project. What are you talking about? People did not, understand, but we did that business for, 17 years. Okay. Yeah. So thank God it really did grow. And it got to a point where we were doing super luxury. I mean, I'm talking about many families would come to our events, $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 for a family to come for just 1 week. Okay. Wow. So we got to a point where it was uber luxury. And this is kind of leads into how we started Travel Defend, which is what we're doing now, which I think to anyone that is a business owner, entrepreneur, they're going to find this kind of stuff very interesting because I love hearing the origin stories of all different companies. Yeah. And so basically COVID hit, okay? And that was really when you ask about what was our big challenge and things like that. Because believe it or not, we really had somewhat, smooth sailing almost in many ways. We went through some hard times, but we learned our lessons and we, fixed that. But the point is that COVID came out of nowhere. We were going to have our event about a week after the governor. We were in California at the time. The governor was in San Diego. The governor announced to kind of shut down everything a week before our event. And I mean, we had millions of dollars that we've been paid from clients, and we had to literally return everything. I have a family, I have kids. It was really, we would only do 1 or 2 events a year. Okay. These were massive events. If you date from that date until we started again, it was 3 full years. Okay. Jeez. And I did, I tried to get other things going, but also it was very depressing. It was very scary for us. Because it was really my sole income at the time. Yeah. And I really didn't have a clue on what to do. And nobody was hiring at that time. Nothing was really happening. And so really, that was kind of the hardest thing. And I didn't see the light at the end of the tunnel at that time. It was a very depressing time. People wanted to come back to our event, but they wouldn't because of travel insurance, right? Everyone's freaked out and they're just like, holy crap. I'm not giving you $200,000, let's say, without having this insured properly. And I said, okay, I better figure this out, because for my own clients, it was purely just for my own business, saying, okay, what are we going to do? Because people are not going to book without this. And so the type of entrepreneur I am, I get very obsessed with things and I become very focused. And we're running such a luxury experience that I just gave everything I had to figure out, okay, what is travel insurance? Who actually pays? I don't care about, like on paper or whatever. I want reality. Who's actually going to pay my people? Okay. In real life. Yeah. And nobody does that. All these travel agents or tour operators, they have clients and they're just like, yeah, go buy travel insurance. Nobody actually looks and says, I care about these people. I'm going to make sure. And so I did a tremendous amount of research. I went to industry events. I started meeting the industry leaders and I started really delving in this world. I realized that my brain really works well for travel insurance. Like, at my events, I would have like luxury dining experience. Okay. Like we had food going 24 hours a day. I would walk into those kitchens and I don't know what the hell's going on. Okay. My brain with cooking and all that, it does not work. Okay. But with travel insurance, for whatever reason, okay, maybe God is shining upon me. Okay. I don't know why. I understood it so well, better than lawyers. Like I just got it like this. Yeah. And I started really figuring out which companies pay, understanding the real intricacies of the policies. I started selling them to my own clients. And then I realized, holy cow, the commissions on these things are stupid high. And I was like, some of these policies, you get 40%. Okay, do you understand how much commission they're giving you? Like life insurance, these guys get like 10%, 5%. I mean, this is like massive. And I started going to all the other companies in our niche. And I said, look, you guys are in the same boat, okay, in the same problem as us. You have clients. These clients need help. They don't know where to buy travel insurance. They don't understand what they're buying. They don't know what the hell to do if they have a problem. Yeah. I said, send all your people to us. We don't add any cost. We don't charge a penny more than the policy costs anyway. I mean, it costs a certain price that it does. We don't add any cost. And I said, send them to us. We will help these people. And we will even give you a commission back to the tour operator. A smaller amount, obviously, because we're doing all the work. Yeah. But the point is, they were so happy. They were like, God, take this off our hands. I need our people to feel protected and really be protected. And then I start to realize, what? This is a better business than even doing the tours. Right. And I stopped the tours. And now we have a whole team here, but we work with hundreds of tour operators, travel agents. We have thousands of clients. And they all come to us because they need this help. And we started realizing, wow, this is a crazy opportunity here. And so that's kind of like the whole backstory of how Travel Defend kind of got started.
From Ben's brain right now, was able in a chaotic world at the time. I mean, things were changing. That was a new problem arising. How in the world, with everything going on and trying to figure it out, that you had that moment to stop and try to process like, man, you know what? Man, this is a problem and I'm going to be the solution for it.
Yeah, it's a really good question that you ask. And I sometimes do think about that because I say, you know what? There were so many people in my exact situation at that time, and none of them did what I did. Yeah. I mean, they all just sat there focused on their own tour. And I've spoken to other people in the industry. The idea of them moving on to a different industry or doing, they're very like blinders. They're just like, yeah. This is what I do. I am a tour operator, yeah. Right? And so I think part of it is not boxing yourself in and saying, I am this, and really being open to the world. But I believe that like sometimes you're just shown a path, because the fact is, like, I lament this constantly. I want to be in real estate. Okay, I do want to be in real estate. Everyone I know that's in real estate, killing the game, loving it, But that opportunity, I don't know. I don't own anything. I haven't gotten into that. Maybe I will in the future. I certainly want to. But the point is, everyone seems to have the path that's put in front of them. And you kind of just like go in that path, and you see some people like Mark Zuckerberg, like kind of created Facebook. Obviously, I'm not comparing myself to him, but like we were in a situation, we dealt with the situation that we had, and it led to this kind of thing. And so I do believe that everyone is kind of put in their own situation. Like one thing as an example that I'll give you is, let's say you drive to work today, okay? And I tell you, how many blue cars did you see on the road today, right? you would not have an answer for me. Say, yeah, I probably did see. I don't really know. If I said to you, I'm going to give you $1,000, okay, tomorrow, when you go to work, you tell me exactly how many blue cars you saw. You're going to have 18. I saw 18, right?
Yeah.
The point is, people are not focused. They're not paying attention in their life. These opportunities are around you, but you don't see them, right? And that's what's so important, is that people, yes, this is open to people. Now, for example, I'll give you another example. During COVID, I was so depressed, okay, based on what happened to me and my personal finances and my business I built for so many years. And I basically was like, really just down in the dumps, thinking about what I could do. Do you know how many friends of mine, which really still bothers me to this day, I'm not angry with them, they killed it during COVID, killed it. These guys that I know, okay, were opening COVID clinics, okay? I'm talking like stupid stuff that you don't need any special training. They literally got like a storefront, you hire some nurse with the stupid rapid stuff, and bam, 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 $100 all day, right? Yeah. And I didn't think of that. Why? It was there. It was there for the taking. Any of you listening in this podcast could have done that, and it would have been easy cash. But you know how many people did do that? Like 0.1%. But I know people that made a killing on that. And they understood that's a side game and they'll move on. But it was what the opportunity offered them at the moment. And I really do respect that. But why didn't I do it? Because I am an entrepreneur, right? I'm an entrepreneurial spirit. Well, I didn't do it because my mind wasn't open to it. So I think that's really a lesson to learn, is like these opportunities really are there. All that's based is all day I think, how can I help you? Give you something spectacular that you will want and die to work with me. That's what capitalism is. That's what creates the best businesses on the planet. How can I offer something to a group, figure out what your skill set is, that is going to blow away anything that exists right now? Let's see, okay, I do window blinds. Now, I could buy those blinds on Amazon, or I can go to a store. But what if you offer, you're going to come to my home, you're going to put them up, installation, all this is, you're including such tremendous value that there's no reason why I wouldn't use you. Of course I'm going to use you. Why wouldn't I? I'm not doing it because I'm your friend. Yeah. I'm doing it because you're actually offering something that's awesome, right? Offer 10x, and trust me, you can be expensive even if you want to. If you're going to offer something that is so spectacular, there's really nothing to compare you to. It's kind of like you're just offering something that is just such a next level opportunity. And you don't have to be you don't have to have special technological abilities or anything. It's just like, let's say someone came to our house and they said, okay, again, I'm doing this on the fly, so I really don't know if this example is going to work. But let's say it's snowing. You say, I'm going to shovel your driveway every time it snows. And I say, okay, that's interesting. I'm also going to salt it. And I don't know, you just come up with like 10 things you're going to do. And I'm only charging you the same price as these people are going to go with you. And the fact is, that's the beginning of a business. You might say, well, I'm stretching myself thin, not going to make as much profit, whatever. That's going to come in time. You're going to build a client list, okay? And then you're going to start adding and maneuvering without that. But that's how you build a business. You differentiate yourself and you offer more than anyone else, and people will flock to you, okay? So step one, understand money is not everything. Step two, make what you're doing spectacular. Think about helping people in a real way, and you will be successful. It's going to be tough road, but you will be successful.
Knowledge bomb, man.
Yeah, thank you, man.
That is huge. That is huge. I want to talk about travel with Defend.
Yeah.
What makes your company stand out from all the other companies in your niche?
Well, that's a funny question. It's an interesting question because I'm going to maybe blow your mind a little bit now, and you're going to think it's untrue what I'm telling you, but you can look it up yourself. Nobody in America does what we do. It doesn't exist. Wow. So you would say that doesn't make sense. Travel insurance is billions and billions of dollars, which is true. Right now, if I'm a customer, okay, or I'm a traveler, I want to buy travel insurance. How do I go buy travel insurance? What do I do? Typically, I either go to a website like Allianz, AIG, these are the biggest companies in America, and I buy one of the two options that they offer me, which could be good, could be bad, who knows? I don't know what the hell I'm buying anyway. Or I go to like an Expedia type website that has 100 options, which again, I know nothing about. I don't understand what I'm buying and just buy something. More importantly, when you actually have a problem, what do? You're faceless. You're nothing. You think an insurance company knows who you are? They don't care about you.
Yeah.
And you say, well, I'm stuck in India and I broke my leg. And who do I call? Who's going to actually answer the phone? Who's going to actually help me in real life? Nobody. You're on your own. These insurance companies, they love to sell you something, but in reality, getting help from them is tough.
Yeah.
What we do is that we have a concierge service. Okay. So you would call us. We'd make sure, you have the correct policy. Besides for us, this is a service where I'm not saying I have only one option. You got to pick my option. I got every option. And we will help you because there's a lot of intricacy here. You got to really understand the different policies. So we'll bring you in. We'll say, okay, here's what we recommend. Here's why we recommend it. You don't want that? Fine. We'll give you this. We'll do the paperwork for you. Most importantly, we have a 24-hour WhatsApp. We'll connect with WhatsApp. It's 24 hours a day. Our team monitors it. You have any problems on your trip, you reach out to us. Our team will help you. We help you with the claim. We go to the head of the claim department and we say, hey, this is one of our clients. Let's get him paid. We bring, as a brokerage now, millions of dollars to insurance companies. We have tremendous power there. They're not going to screw with us because we're bringing them so much business. Yeah. We just have all of our travelers get priority treatment. Like I can literally call the head of the claims department, the one who oversees the entire operation of paying clients in the entire company, and he will take my call. We speak to him almost daily. Like, for example, in Israel, there's a big war going on right now. Yeah. Okay. We have probably 1,000 clients in Israel right now. Okay. All of them are reaching out saying, I'm freaking out. I need to get out. What do I do? We're actually on the phone with the emergency services part of the insurance company, talking, saying, some of our clients are having this exact issue. Please, can you help? What do you think you should do? Is this political security evacuation coverage? Is this trip interruption coverage? What are we going to do for these people? This is like a whole world. Now, do we even charge for this? No, I don't. Meaning you're going to pay, let's say, whatever it is, X amount for your policy. You buy with us, you pay the same exact X amount, but you get this world of help and guidance. Would you ever not buy with us? You would never. Of course you're going to buy with us. Why wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
And so it fits the tenets of all the stuff that I've been talking about. And that's why I love doing it. But it's almost the perfect business in that sense. You know, like many businesses are tough. You know, they have inventory, you know, they have marketing, and money gets tied and stuck. And that's why I don't necessarily, unless you can get ahead of that, which is a whole other conversation, unless you get ahead of that, your money will always be tied up. And that's why I don't love businesses like that. With this, there's no inventory, you know, so we can endlessly sell because we have the tour operators and travel agents sending their people to us. We don't have really high marketing costs because those are costs that can really kill a business also, especially nowadays. Like the marketing is really, really expensive. Yeah. That is something we're going to get into. But the point is, phase one is what we're doing now. And it's, thank God, it's already millions of dollars that we have in terms of clients. Right now for us is to get tour operators and travel agents to send all their people to us. So anyone that's in business may find this interesting if they're running their own company. Maybe they can use this as a learning lesson because early on, we were going out, besides for the ones we had a lot naturally, but, you know, growing, we kind of went to, let's say, go to a tour operator. Let's say you, Cedric, you have a tour operation. Let's say you do luxury tours to Italy. Okay. You don't know us from anything. We would reach out to you and say, hey, I think we could partner together. I think this would be a great opportunity for you guys. It would help your clients. We give you commission. It's beautiful. Believe it or not, 99.9% of tour operators would just ignore us. They wouldn't actually even respond to us. Okay. So this was a problem that we had to solve. We know we have a fantastic product, but no one will listen to us. Okay. So how did we solve that problem? And maybe this will help someone else in their own business because, you know, some of the same rules will apply. Yeah. We said, what do these tour operators really care about more than anything? They may care about their clients' travel insurance, but maybe they care a little bit. They don't really care about that. What do they really care about? Sales, right? That's all they care about. They want clients, especially luxury guys. They want clients. Yeah. Can we help them get clients? And we're sitting here and we go, hell yes, we can help them get clients. I'll tell you how. We already have 20,000 clients that have bought with us. Do you understand the data that we have, dude? Like we have everyone's date of birth. I know exactly where they went. I know exactly what dates they went. I know how much they spent on the trip. I know everything. I have it all. I can now bring them in and say, we're going to market on your behalf. Okay. We're not going to give them the names, but when you start working with us, You tell me, I run tours to Italy. Typically our typical traveler, 65 years old, spends $5,000 on a trip. I would love to market to those type of people. And we'll say, okay, based on how much travel insurance you send us, we'll give you more access. And we start saying, fine, you want 500 of those people? We're going to, with your message, you give us your message, we're going to market to 500. This is not, marketing like Facebook, just sprayed out there.
Yes.
These are people that have traveled, have
Yeah,
spent the money
crazy.
last year to travel. And so they're sitting here like, we want to work with you guys because like, holy crap, you get in a market for us for free. By the way, we don't charge for this.
Yeah.
We're going to market. And by the way, the people like being marketed to because it's so targeted, they're actually getting stuff they're actually interested in. They're like, oh, I was looking to go on a great tour. I love to go on tours and I want to go on a luxury tour. And you just sent me an awesome tour. Now, by the way, if they book with the tour, we get a cut of that too. Okay. So we're not, we're skinning the cat every week. Okay. But the point is like, then you go on LinkedIn, you build your network on LinkedIn. You know how many people on LinkedIn that are tour operators, travel agents? They're branding themselves tour operators, travel. I don't have to run around looking for them. They're right there. I can find 100,000 of these guys. And then you hire a company and start hitting them systematically. And you say, hey, buddy, I got thousands of luxury travelers. You want to talk? Oh, sure, I'll talk to you. Then you start rolling. You got to think like this. And this is just, again, by the way, all this didn't happen in a day, okay? This is like a year and a half of like every day figuring this out, coming to a challenge saying, oh man, how do I fix this? It took 6 months to come up with these ideas. It wasn't like, oh, I just thought of it. This is a process of really refining and saying you get to a problem and you say, what is the solution to this problem? And you don't just give up and go, oh, I don't know. You sit there and you go, okay, what can we offer these people? Because again, everyone's doing things because it benefits them. But that's the beauty of capitalism. It's fine. We don't want you to do us a favor. I don't want you sending us travel insurance clients because you're trying to do us a favor. No, I'm not interested in your favors. I want you to do it because you want to do it. Now, how do I make you want to do it? Right. And so that's business, right? So that's what it's all about.
Knowledge. Oh man, this is really good. And you're really helping us. So I would love and lead to greatness. Listen to me, family. Every day he chipped at it. And eventually he chipped the mountain down. And I love that.
And by the way, I'm still chipping that mountain. We're not done. We're just getting started.
Yes,
you know what I mean? But yeah, once you know you're onto something, that's what I think fuels you. And I know how lost it can be. You can feel in the beginning. I was there just with everyone else. Beginning times, not making any money, trying to figure it out. Okay, I was there. And, thank God I got out of that. But the point is like, I'm very sympathetic to that. I know how even a penny can really seem like that's money. Like, how do I get that? I know that feeling. I remember my friends would call me and be like, yo, you want to go out? Hang out. And I'm like, if you pay for me, I'll go out. Like, I don't have any money. Like I live that life. Okay. So I know that life. But the point is your business, just think, how can you help people to the max? And really, once you think of the max, 10X, whatever you're thinking, and don't feel like, oh, I'm giving too much. It's all about customer acquisition, man. You get customers that love you. Even if you're not making great money or you're losing money, if you believe in what you're doing it well, it will turn. It will turn because you can start charging more, you start offering more. But in the beginning, and forever, you got to offer 10X and the people will pay you and you will, it will happen for you. That's what it's about.
Knowledge. You said something. I want to kind of talk about this process real quick. You talked about come up with 10 things. Come up with 10 things. What is your thought process around that? Like you said, not just coming up with some average product or average service or whatever you're doing. If you're doing service, if you're doing product, giving more than everybody else, doing more. But what's your process around this? What type of questions are you asking yourself coming up with these 10 things?
By the way, this process is the most grueling process. We love to live life and we love to do our business. And many people, I will say, they don't love the business of just thinking. They don't. Thinking is really hard. People don't like to think, and they think that like it's maybe a waste of time, or I can't think about it too deep because I just got to make my next dollar and whatever. I got kids screaming at me. But like, this is what it's all about, right? Like if I said, okay, me and you were going to go to, let's say, the corner store, right? And we don't know where we're going. We're going to walk in circles for, 2 hours. And I'm like, bro, we could have walked literally 30 seconds down the street, would have been there, right? So it's worth thinking and actually figuring out what you're doing. And I think that a lot of people get lost in that, and they kind of don't see, like to my blue car example, they don't see what actually is out there. But I don't know that there is like some magic process to that. It's almost like lifting weights. Like if I said, we're not going to use steroids, okay, that's cheating. I would use steroids in this example as something you're going to go to jail for, okay? We're not using steroids. We're doing this in the honest way, and we're doing this natural, right? So we got to lift. Is there a short way? Is there a quick way to, some magic way to lift and like get ripped? No, not really. All those things, 5-minute abs, it's all BS, man. That's not true, right? It's not about that. It's about getting really strong. And so the fact is that it's just a grueling process. Like I don't actually have any magical process. It's really just saying, I'm in this problem right now. This is not working, or if it is working, it's working to a certain degree. How do I fix this problem? And I don't know, man. I mean, that's the thing. You can tell from talking to me, like when I talk specifically about my business, how I have like, here's the problem. Here's how we're solving it. Here's what we're doing next. And it's really just about walking and slamming into that wall and being like, okay, I'm here on the wall, and either saying, I'm going to stay here at this wall, or I'm going to figure out a way. Do I go over the wall? Do I go under the wall? Do I break through the wall? Well, I got to get past this wall. It's a lifestyle. It's not like we're going to come in one day, but that's the answer, right? It's a lifestyle of just being like, I'm going to be successful. I'm going to figure it out. But before I go, I mean, I'll kind of leave you with this. I think it's so important is that like some businesses are better than other businesses. And I think that's something that nobody really talks about. Some businesses are better. And you got to think about your business. Is it quick to the money? Because many businesses, there's no money there, and a lot of people, they get lost in this, and like I said, those online businesses, those e-commerce businesses, the dirty reality of those, because I've done a lot of those businesses as well in side ventures and things like that, and investments. There's no money there. Okay. And I know people can say, oh, well, you can get bought for 100 million. Yeah, you could, but I'm talking for the vast majority of people. When you factor in marketing, you factor in inventory, you factor in all those things, it's so hard to actually pull money out. So I would say before you do a business, or if you're in a business, really figure out if there's cash there. Look at my business, the way I've described it to you. It's free flowing cash. Okay. Free flowing cash. And so you've got to think of that as well, because you can work hard, but if you're working hard in a bad vehicle, you'll be better than you were, but like, are you actually going places? So I would say to people, don't be scared of trying new things. If you're not too deep in, don't be scared. If you're in a great business, great. But many people, I would say most people are not.
As far as like, the thought process and the collaboration, are you doing this by yourself, or you're bouncing this idea off of other entrepreneurs? Right. I mean, what type of circle are you doing this? Thinking?
That's a great question as well, because I have a really strong base of friends and advisors and things like that.
Someone wanted to connect with you and what you're doing. Where should they go?
So traveldefend.com, no hyphen, no weird, anything, straight up travel defend. We're defending you, traveldefend.com. Phone number 1-800-578-2871. Again, 1-800-578-2871. Call that number. Our team is here for you. It doesn't matter if you've ever bought with us before. If you're traveling, you need travel insurance, that's what we do, and we'll help you out.
Awesome. On behalf of the Lead to Greatness community, I want to thank you so very much for taking time out of your busy schedule and adding value to us all.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
We want to thank you for joining us today on the Lead to Greatness podcast. So remember, if you help others reach their greatest potential, together we can change the world. Peace.